it's time to put away the sewing machine and the iron. And we're not even going to answer the telephone. We're going to forget about it. And we're going to take our shoes off and we're going to relax. And we're going to sit on the couch or the chair one. And we're going to get ready and drink us some tea and have us a piece of cake because it is time for poor man sewing. Alright, I got you another box right here so that we can start working on the other side of it. Now I've been looking at this right here, and right here, we didn't sew this right here down. But other than that, I don't see any. I think we got them all. So I'm going to sew that down real quick because we don't want to forget it. Alright, now we got it done. Make sure we get all our strings. And now, oh no, I did not do, I did that, look at that. Oh no, I did it right on top. Huh? Look, you cannot expect something to work out right, can you? Alright, let's go do that again. Alright, let's get rid of our string again. Alrighty, so we are done with this one. Let's get started on this one so we can go get it done. So, I want to start with the outsides, and that right there will most definitely take up a lot of room, but we gotta have the iron again, so let's get that right there worked out. And my box, I changed boxes so maybe we can have something different. Look at that. Oh man, oh man, that right there would look really pretty on this. But I don't think I want to put the whole thing. Nah, we're going to go with something. We're going to go with... No. Try to... I want that one because I think it's pretty. Alright. Here's just a piece. And I'm just going to start laying it down. I don't want that one. Already got that color. Ooh, here's this right here. Now I want to work on the outside of it first. There we go. Man, I'm pulling green. That's what I keep pulling is green. Alright, let's see if we can't get this right here. I got a cat that's hollering, let me in. I want in. So, we gotta let her in. I am pulling out a lot of green here. Oh, that's Mama Cat. Alright, we're going to put this one right here. Ooh, we got us a strip. Put us a strip. Don't want that. I think I already got that one on the other one. Yep, right here. Hey, Mama Cat. Man, if that right there wasn't glued down, that piece is glued down. So, I already got that color. Here's another color that I don't got. See, I like that round. Let's see. I think we'll go right here. I'll stick that down underneath there. Let's see, do I have that one on this one? No. Alright. Let's stick it right here. Here's a piece of brown. We can cover it right there. Alright. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that one. Because that one. That'd be too much of that one. Here's just a diamond. Alright. That right there pretty well much. It is non-existent. So we can put that there and that there. Okay, that one there. Now we got that right there to go. I wonder if that will work. Now we just got that spot there. Alright, I'm not liking this piece right here. It's too light to go with this. So we're going to change that. And let's see if we can't. See if we can't get this one right in here. And make sure we have enough to stitch. That right there is not going to work. Okay, that'll work. So I want something right in here. I don't want that. That's the same color. I want the butterfly. Oh no, I don't want to lose that. I lost my butterfly. Oh, there it is. Make sure everything is down. Alright. Now, let's see if we can't find our pins. And start pinning everything down. Mama Cat, what are you doing? I have a book that someone gave me. It's called A Book of Angels. So I'm going to read a little bit while we watch this right here, so it won't be so blank. And I'm on chapter 1. See how bad that worked. Alright. think we can handle that. Now let's get you switched around here. And let's give this one a sew down with zigzag. Let's switch you off here. And I love the way this right here looks. I think it looks really, really good. Alright, so we got one great big one here. Ouch. I'm not for sure which one's going to go on top and which one's going to go on the bottom. I have no idea. But we're going to start right here at the butterfly. Once my mother saw an angel. She was 5 years old at the time. Just a little girl in her 90s, getting ready for bed, when she looked up and saw an angel standing in the bedroom door. Annie, she pointed at the figure, look. But her beloved Annie could not see. Go to sleep, child, she said. There's nothing there. I know now. See, I don't know what her angel looked like. When I asked her, my mother's face took on a dreamy and exalted look. And no stick, I don't know what that word is, and a light. She used words like brilliance and radiance, and I have the impression of many colors, but have no idea what she saw. The angel vanished. The grown-ups, her mother and her father and aunts, explained that she was overtired and exhausted. Well, we got this right here all done. Now we have the sides of it to go. But here, let's see if you can see Mama Cat. Right there's Mama Cat in my box. What are you doing in my box? Did you find you a place to sleep tonight? Yes, you did. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, now it's time to do the side of it. Now, I took, that's been trimmed off. But I want it to be as much as a newspaper. That's how big I want it to be. So, but it's been trimmed, but that's okay. Alright, now, this is what I did. I sewed a piece right here, and I was going to sew another piece right here. But you're not going to believe what happened. So, I'm going to show you what happened. So what we're going to do is start pinning this around. That division was a figment of her imagination. And as the years passed, she doubted if she had really seen it. A reality, though she did not. Now here we are all the way around. Now if we take and sew this piece right down to this piece, then it will go right here and hit just perfect. Somewhere I done something wrong. Okay. But it will line up just perfect right here. I may have to cut just a tiny bit off. And I was like, wow, man, that is awesomely cool. Let's see. But we got enough to sew down if we need to. And it works out just perfect. So I'm happy with it. Alright, now I'm going to take all these pins out. Alright, so here we have the great big piece that we're going to want. Now, I don't know how much I will get done of this because I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But I want to get started on it too. Hopefully I don't need any iron because I turned it off. I think I'm going to start with this. My father, on the other hand, saw nothing, and it was his intellectual spirit that we grew up. A lawyer, brilliant, warm, witty, intelligently. He loved to argue and debate. He liked to laugh and much of his mind against others and win. In legal contents, chess, cocktail parties, and conversation. If he didn't stand up in court, Supreme Court being his favorite, he'd exercise his skills on his family. Alright, now don't forget, I got a cataract and it's kind of hard to read. His skills on his family and us, his children. At dinner, he would throw out a point, a discussion like a bone on a table, then watch us leap like dogs to worry it, snarling and snapping joyfully. He'd make us defend our views against this assault, and when he was consulted, he'd say, switch sides, at which we'd race to defend the very point we had shot down before. He was teaching us to think. That would be a good thing to do today. Have people fix it so you'd be able to think. But no. Alright, do as I say do. But he has no truck with the mysterious. Once I asked my father if he believed in God. He put down his papers, removed his glasses, and uncrossed his legs and considered his answer. I have no reason to believe in God. Whoa, he said. Look, you got to believe in God. Who made you, evolution? You come from the soup of the sea? Nah, I don't think so. Alright. I have never seen anything to convince me there is a God. On the other hand, he continued, voice lifting in his legal wit, I noticed throughout my life that all of the most brilliant minds of every generation believe in God. Terrestrial Einstein, Marcus, people. And who am I to say there's not? So I tend to go along with Pascal that there's a God. I'm better off paying my dues. And if there isn't one, I haven't lost anything. You should hedge your bets. I tell this to show that my involvement did not encourage psychic experience or the weird meaning of a mind danger. We were pragmatic. Of course, if the conversation at the dining room table suddenly came to a halt for 10 or 20 seconds, my mother or my aunt might say, there's an angel passing through the room. For an instant, we children would consider what an angel might look like, or why we would all grow still at the approach. There's an angel passing through the room, a grown-up would say. The silence would figure like a glass until the laughter and the conversation picked up again, broad and sharp and wind. So that was our childhood. My sister, brother, and myself roping with our dog, and chattering on the chicken house roof when our mother wouldn't see us, or jump off the garage roof. We climbed trees and swung green as apples in our Eden. We rode to school in a carpool, sat duly in the overheated classes. Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember those. Didn't have no air conditioning whatsoever, and it'd be hot. Super filled by the hissing radiator and boarded by the monotony of the teacher's voice. We learned the proper rules. We fought with friends, made up, sulked or laughed, and purely normal though less childhood life. The only thing that made us different, perhaps, was the isolation of living in a country during World War II. We listened to the radio, talked to one another, read. We read constantly. We read the classics, and were ridiculed for not having finished all of Shakespeare before the age of 12, as our Aunt Kate had, or for not having opened Hercules. I went away to boarding school, continued on to college, graduated, and got a job as a typist, which is what a woman did in those days when she graduated with honors from a major college. I married, had children, I worked. Then, when I was 30, I saw a ghost. We had just moved to New York City. David, my husband, had taken a job with the New York Times. He rented a beautiful duplex apartment in Brooklyn, just across the river from Manhattan. It had high ceilings, an eaten-in kitchen with a window overlooking a grassy garden. Upstairs, in a walnut-paneled bedroom, a pale window gave into the Statue of Liberty. It was lovely. In addition to the master bedroom, we had a second bedroom, almost as large for two little girls, then the age 3 and about 8 months. Everyone who knows the cramped boxes of most New York apartments will appreciate our luck. A week after moving there, David had to go out of town on assignment. He was gone for several days. One night, I was in a little dressing room just off our bedroom, which I had taken over for my own fitting out of my books and desk. I sat at the sewing machine that night, working on a dress for my 3-year-old. The softest cocoa color with a square neck and a ribbon binding. Adorable. It was about 10 o'clock that night, and I was content with and unafraid. She was into it. On the lily bin dress, when suddenly I had that shadow sense one gets. There's someone in the bedroom with me. I looked up and I saw in the doorway a man. I used the word saw, but I didn't see him the way I see my eyes in usual material world. Rather, I saw him with some inner knowledge, for he was there and also not there. I knew three things about him: that he was an older man, that he was troubled and concerned, and that he was good. He would not hurt me. As those thoughts came, I turned back to the machine. I put my face in my hand. I remember my elbows resting on the sewing machine. Now I've gone bananas, I thought. I'm flipping out. I've been alone too much. My eyes filled with tears, which is my physical response to any emotional strain. All the time I knew he was standing at the door, and then that he was moving into the room, I was shaking with fear. I went hot. My forehead broke out in beads of sweat. He came right up behind me. I didn't look around. I could feel him there. I hated it. Then he put one hand on my shoulder. I knew he meant to comfort me, but all I could feel were the four fingers of his right hand on the front of my shoulder and his thumb at my back. His hand was freezing cold. It stung my neck like a dry ice. I was burning hot, except where his cold hands were touching. Horrible. Then he left the room, walked like a normal man. Alrighty, we are getting ready to start sewing. Now when we come back, we want to start with a corner, and we want to work that way with it so that it'll be easier on us. But we got a big piece here, and we're going to see how well it works with doing it as a quilt now. So we will see you all then. Hey there, pretty boy or little man. So we're going to see how well it'll work with the quilt now. So let's get started and do that. But I'm going to put this video up first. And I'm going to clean this area because it really needs it bad. Look here, got a pin loose. Alright. If you would like to donate to Poor Man's Sewing, this is the way you do it. You go to Poor Man's Sewing, and you mash on it, and then you go all the way up to About, and you mash on it, and right there is Donate to Poor Man's Sewing. I would appreciate it, and thank you very much in advance.